Screw it. We're going to go live. Hello, everyone. We are live. We are having an evening conversation. And I'm Kat from Rebloom Room, and this is Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats. And we're just vibing and chilling and talking about pivots in our lives and pivots from the past and pivots in our future and our present. So yeah. We're pivoting over here. We are kind of women at the crossroads. We are women at the crossroads, making choices, and yeah. So that's where we are today.
Yeah.
So I guess do you want to talk about your what crossroads you're at right now?
Yeah. So I don't know who knows or who's been following any of my comings and goings, but um, I've decided that I'm going to be leaving the country, um, and really will be exiting probably in June, leaving for Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you could say I'm at the crossroads. This is what we were discussing, is that I already believe in my mind that I'm there,
Mm-hmm.
or at
Hey,
least should
Ava.
be there. Hi,
Yeah,
Ava. And I should be there.
right. In your
That's
mind.
the way I think. That's the way I've
Yes.
been thinking.
Yes. I
And
know
I,
that feeling.
yeah. And I believe that I was supposed to have been there probably last year, a whole year. So you
Mm-hmm.
can imagine how much anxiety I'm feeling
Yeah.
right now because I already believe that I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But we don't know we don't know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And things happened,
Yep.
and I had made a change in my plans, and instead left Atlanta after being there for 2 years. Left
Mm.
Atlanta and moved back to the Philadelphia area. I'm in Philadelphia, so and
Okay. Yeah.
that's good. And the reason why it's good is because I had unfinished business here, and
Mm-hmm.
there are people that I love and care for, that I needed to, you know, be in the presence of, and they need
Yeah.
to be in the presence of me. And I
Yeah.
need to take care of some logistics, some real issues. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I had to make that change, and that change was good and
Mm-hmm.
beneficial to me. And what I have learned, because we learn through our experiences, um, is that basically, um, it's okay to take your time
Mm.
and
It's
listen to
frustrating though, right?
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
listen to things inside or things that you have. I'm a
Yeah.
big journaler.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and go with, um, make change your plans, be able to change your
Mm-hmm.
plans. At least
Yeah.
I had a plan, and
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
So and the change, and the plan can be adjusted accordingly.
Right.
And
Right. So you've had like a date where you thought you were going to move to Portugal, then you changed the date again because of life circumstances and other
mhm,
responsibilities. And yeah, and it can be
absolutely.
frustrating because you're like, but I'm supposed to be over there and I'm here,
Mhm.
but my mind, like, it's like your mind is kind of
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, it
Yeah.
can
And
be
if
frustrating.
I wish that my body could have transported as opposed to my mind.
I know that would have been weird.
That'd have been like some science fiction
Uh-huh.
movie,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I think if I had a superpower, that would be it. That I could just like time travel. If I want to be somewhere, I can be there. And then I can time travel. That would be my superpower.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so we were just talking about how I'm manifesting,
Mm-hmm.
what I desire, and
Mm-hmm.
part of that manifestation happened yesterday, where I decided, you know what, I was working remotely from Portugal.
Right in your mind.
I was on YouTube watching all the videos,
Yeah.
all the walks. Some of them were
Yeah.
really boring.
Okay.
The walks
But
through,
hey, but hey.
but I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
transported. I was
Yes.
there, and I
Yeah.
was working
Mm-hmm.
as I was there. I
Yeah.
was transported there, and I was working
Mm-hmm.
remotely from Portugal.
I know, it's funny that you were saying you were watching all these videos yesterday. Yesterday's Friday, yeah. I was watching, Stephanie and Rashida, like,
Oh yeah.
nonstop. I was like, "Mindset
Oh,
shift. I need a mindset shift. I need to, like, get my mind right." So I was
okay.
watching them all day, all day.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
"We
Very
can do this,
good.
baby."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, so my crossroads is that, I'm a new empty nester,
mm,
and,
mm,
I got a whole house of me and the cat. So what am I doing here? What am I actually
right.
doing? So yeah, I gotta make a plan. I
What
gotta
are
make
you
a plan.
doing, you and the cat? What are you doing?
We are roasting vegetables and laying around in our hammock and watching reality TV shows and working remotely and thinking about how this isn't the end. This is like a
Yeah.
little, it feels like a liminal space. Like this is an intermission. And there's a new chapter starting,
Mhm,
and I'm formulating it and I'm making plans and I've got my
mhm,
calculator and my
mhm.
Google Maps open.
Oh, your calculator and your Google Maps.
Yes. Yes.
That's funny. That's
Whew.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it seemed like this chapter, I thought it had ended, but
Mm,
it must be
mm,
in a revision, the chapter
mhm,
that I'm in.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's a longer chapter,
Yeah.
but maybe, there are like little sub chapters within a chapter. I think that's
Mhm.
where I am right now.
Yeah.
If it were a book,
Yeah.
it's a truly outlined chapter that I'm going
Mm.
through,
Yeah.
and it has many phases in it, and
Mm. You don't have
I'm
always
not
have
in
control
control.
over, that's what I was gonna say, you don't have control over
Mm-mm.
all of that stuff.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes you just kinda have to say, "Okay,
That's right.
I'm here,
Mhm.
and if I have to put on the paper how many days I have left and then mark them off, I will do it."
Yeah.
Just to keep me, on track and motivated. That's
Yes.
what I have to do, I gotta do it, you
It's
know?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess a cat is
Mm.
well, I don't know. How's the cat handling it all? I remember
She's
that.
meowing an awful lot, I just have to say. She's
Oh,
meowing more than I've never ever known her to
she's a
meow.
little disturbed. Empty nest is not a
Yeah.
joke. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
right?
adjustment period.
It's
It really
huge.
is.
It's huge because
It
this
is.
person takes up so much of your mind space.
Yeah.
Not just the logistics, not just driving back and forth, getting extra food,
Mhm.
thinking about, where you're gonna be and, all that stuff,
Mhm.
homework. But then, not only are the logistics gone, but like I don't even have to like plan all this stuff. Like my mind is like, wait, what? I don't have to, there's stuff that I don't have to do that I didn't realize that I
Right.
was doing for years. I was, just doing the stuff. And now, of course, I still have to do things, but
Mhm.
on a different level.
Yeah.
It is huge. It's a huge
Yeah.
adjustment.
It
Um,
really is.
yeah.
I experienced that twice.
Mhm.
When the first one was gone away, it's like you're thinking of them also. Your mind is
Mhm.
split. It could be split. I don't know how times, but
Mhm.
you're thinking of them. You have no control. They are capable. They're of doing all those things. But then you're thinking, well, maybe they're not.
My
you
baby.
start
My baby.
second guessing, and a friend of mine said, "Yeah, my child's gonna do another year at close by."
Mhm.
Instead of going away,
Mhm.
because they're not fully hatched yet.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't believe that any of them are fully hatched.
Yeah.
There's still some ties.
Mhm.
Um, but some are more independent than others, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
until they call, and then you realize
I know.
where it is, what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
So that's
understand.
the period that, yeah, I'm going through that now. And honestly, I can't rush this. I have to, like, you know, let myself be okay with this new period and then feel my way through it, because I
Mhm.
don't know how much support my kid is going to need. I don't
Right.
know, it's still early days. So
Right.
yeah, I'm feeling my way through it. So no rush. No, no, I can't rush it. So I just got to sort of like,
Mhm.
like adjust my sails slowly but surely,
Mhm.
and figure out where I can point them,
Right. So
Yeah.
and there are reasons why, we are either quote unquote lagging behind in our desired journey, in our
Yeah.
desired destination, so to speak. But we're going to get there, and
Okay. All right. You
yeah, we
sure?
are.
Are
Yeah,
you sure? You're
yeah, we're
absolutely
gonna get
sure?
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
please.
I'm getting there. I know you.
Me too. All right, I'm getting
Yeah, you
there.
are. Yeah, you
Yeah. Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm impatient. I'm kind of naturally impatient.
I am too.
Okay.
And you know what? The subject is pivoting, right?
Yes. Yes.
And one of the things that I have known about myself for since forever is my impatience. And
Mm.
I used to literally pray for patience.
Hmm.
And
You seem like a patient person to me, I have to say. I don't know why.
it's all
Oh,
inside. I was like,
okay.
I'm rumbling.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
really not a patient person. I wanted things to happen now, and I was very impulsive as a younger person. I would just
Mhm,
do,
mhm,
just do,
mhm.
without thinking of consequences,
Yeah,
or
okay.
thinking about,
Yeah,
and not to it only hurt me. It
mm,
wasn't usually anyone else,
mhm,
but yeah, and so I had to learn how to be patient with
mhm.
myself, with my expectations, and stop being impulsive,
Yeah,
so that it would not, especially as a person with a family, can't think.
yeah,
You have to wait for people to either
yeah,
catch up or to be
yeah.
ready or be on the same page. So I
Mhm.
had to learn how to pivot,
Exactly.
allow room for that.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think I've been impatient, but also an overthinker.
Mm. Mm.
And with parenthood, I realized I can't overthink things. Things just have to happen. And I don't, even if I overthink it, like I can't control the outcome.
That's
So
right.
what are you wasting all this brain space thinking about something? Just just
Mm.
do something, do it or don't
Yeah,
do it, you
right.
know?
Make a
Yeah.
decision. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
make a
Yes, I
decision.
was I was thinking about one of the times, like one of the bigger pivots. Probably the first time, like as an adult, that I had like a choice to make, like a young adult, when I was like deciding whether I would I was living in London, and I wasn't was I living in London? I was trying to decide whether I was gonna go back to the States or stay in London. And that was a big decision for, I guess I was 21 years old, and I had to make that decision all on my own. I was like, should I study here in London? Should I go back to the States and study there?
Mm.
And it was a huge decision. I was kind of leaving behind this, Ivy League institution that was like, you know, like supposed to be the pinnacle of my education. Um and I was like, well, but what if I don't want to be there? Is that okay? Is that enough? Like, is it enough that I just don't feel like it? Like, can I just do what I want? Um,
Mhm.
and I remember just like pacing back and forth and like really having this thing. And somehow I just decided, like, yeah, I'm going to do what I want.
Mhm.
I'm 21. I'm going
Mhm.
to do what I want. It's
Yeah.
tough though. It's
Mhm.
tough
Mhm.
to choose.
Yeah. To choose, to make the
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I just when making decisions, you know, at this stage, I know that I can make choices now with for myself. I don't have to make choices for anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with adult children, you know,
Yeah.
they get to decide
I
what
know.
what
So
they, you
weird.
know,
It's so
and
weird.
they're having issues making decisions,
Yeah.
um, and but I'm not like
It's
calling
crazy.
anybody saying, I don't know what to do. Can you,
Mm-hmm.
what should
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
I get to choose. And I'm feeling pretty good that I have, you know, this freedom to
Yeah.
choose. And I have lots of choices.
I know. I mean, it's
Right?
good. And it's also I've always found it to be paralyzing to have so many choices.
Mm,
Sounds
mm.
like you don't feel it. I think you like it.
I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of those shoppers. Like I know what I like before I go
Mm.
into the store,
Yeah.
and I go in looking for it, and if I
Yeah.
don't see it, um, or see a variation of it, then I
Yeah.
walk back out.
Yeah. I'm like
I
that
don't.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like that.
so I
Yeah.
have plenty of choices.
Yeah.
I could go with that, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't feel good, and at I think probably about 50 years of age, if not earlier, when I did shop, because I stopped shopping a lot as I got older. But I when I would go into the store and I have to feel the fabric, and if the
Mm.
fabric doesn't feel good, I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, nope. So that will determine. So I have a lot of determining factors now. I get to,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have these standards
Yeah.
for myself,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's good. But that comes, I think, with with growing up a little more.
Yeah.
you know.
So can you think of a time when you were younger that you did a pivot that kind of was like a life decision?
Yeah, a life decision.
Yeah, some kind of
Well,
yeah.
this one's kind of weird. Some things I think I'll just say it. So one of the things that I did, no, I can't do that. Can't do
No.
that.
You're like, cut, cut.
See, I was just bragging about my filter and how it was. See, I was getting ready to go,
Mm,
but yeah,
there you go.
um,
Okay.
yeah, I can't.
No.
Let me think of another one. In the
Okay.
meantime, you tell me another.
Well, yeah, there was that time. And then um yeah, like it's really now just my big pivot is I guess becoming um a citizen of another country, um becoming an employer, like employing myself instead of being employed by others, and like doing all the steps to make that happen. I get impatient and I have shiny object syndrome. But I also, so like I have two things. I have shiny object syndrome, or is it that I'm a multipotentate and I have lots of skills and lots of interests? So sometimes I get down on
Oh,
myself. You have so much, you have so many projects, you have so much going on. Why don't you focus? And then I'm like, wait, though. I'm a multipotentate. I have I like I need this in order to be happy. I don't want to just do the one thing. I need to do multiple things
okay.
because my mind is going to want to
Let's
like
see.
put my ideas into a project. I want to do this project because I have this idea and I want to, I want to push it out into the world and then I want to go to my other project.
So I didn't realize that we share that same issue,
Mhm.
and it's an
Yeah.
issue.
I mean, does it have to be though? Does it have to be?
Well, well, you know what? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But I've been told that I do too much. I have too many
Mhm.
interests,
Mhm.
and that I became a little, not ashamed of it,
Right?
but yeah, feeling some kind of way. Like I have multiple interests. I
Yes.
have things, and I can do them now. I can
Mhm.
really do them now, but
Mhm.
something stops me. I have accountability. Hi, Maya. Um, I have multiple multiple interests,
Yeah.
and I mean, my, my
Projects
poor
going on.
children.
Good.
Um, I took several classes and actually would take myself up to New York City
Mhm.
to work for a woman who had a floral business.
Mhm.
And I took multiple classes in floral design. And I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. You
Yes,
know,
it's
as as as
fun.
as I do a full time job and everything else. And then
Yeah.
what I found is that I was pretty good at it,
Mhm.
but it's very labor intensive.
Mm.
And I was a massage therapist.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna
You
make
know
floral designs for my massage studio.
there's like vans every once in a while, I'll see a van driving around DC where
Uh-huh.
it's like DJ, lawyer, and like like car detailing. Like, I do it all. Just call me. Right? I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah.
my lawyer is also a DJ.
That is hilarious. Information
It is.
professional here that does
Right?
floral design. Oh,
Yeah.
and you know what?
Yeah.
I'm your uh I'm your first African American uh township commissioner who
Oh,
goes to
what's that?
meetings on
Okay.
Wednesday nights
Uh-huh.
and then yeah, just
Township.
bananas.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're
We don't have
scratching
those
your
in
head at
DC.
that. You're like, this
Okay.
woman's kind of crazy. Well,
Hey,
I had all the things. So I have an
yeah.
accountability buddy who says that, oh yeah, you can do it all, and she starts rattling off things. She's really funny when she does it,
Mm.
and and makes me realize that yeah, I have all of these skill sets.
Mhm.
But the last time I did that, the last time I picked something to do was
Mhm.
probably a year ago. I
Yeah.
signed up.
What?
I signed up for a course.
Okay.
So you're laughing. So I know I signed up for a course and I hated it.
Oh, what was it?
I- I'm not going to say.
Okay. I signed up for a copywriting course and I hated it.
Okay. I can't.
I'm glad that
Well, I'm
I signed up for
you
it.
know, I don't want to make anybody feel bad about it if they've taken I hated it. And I commiserated with some other Exodus women
Mhm.
about it. And they said, girl, you better quit that thing. You better stop. It
I
took
know.
it
Oh,
took
I
me
know.
months. It took
Right?
me months to quit, and I finally quit. I
Yeah.
had to come to the universe and say, tell me what to do.
Right. Yes. I had
Jesus, please
I had
help me.
yes, yes. I had a I was taking I took a UX user experience course,
Yes.
whatever.
Oh my God.
Um, hated it. Hated it.
Because they say you can use that anywhere in the world. You can do that
Well,
remotely
I mean,
anywhere,
it's like a little bit of a it's like part of what I do. So my job
right?
paid
Oh,
for it, so it's fine. But
okay.
it took me forever to finish that. I was like, oh, it's the pandemic. It's like, no, I flipping hate it. I hated it. It was just not a very good course either. Maybe like, but I haven't found a good UX course, to be honest. But yeah, I don't
No,
feel like doing that.
no.
I don't know. But I just, and I have to stop myself from signing up for more courses.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I really have to stop. I mean, I've literally like put
Yeah.
a block on myself.
Yeah. So that was the experience that changed the game for me. I don't take any more courses. I'm not
Yeah.
taking any more courses.
So you
It,
say.
nope.
No,
Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, you have to understand, like, you have to say, I've done enough. I have
Mhm.
enough. I could teach some of this crap. I could teach
Absolutely.
a damn course
Absolutely.
in like DJ and barbecuing. Floral arranging,
Floral arranging.
massage floral
Massage.
arranger.
Yeah.
Teach a course in that. So
Yeah.
yeah, at some
Yeah.
point you have to, but
Well,
like it's all in the name of like wanting to shift something, right? It's not like
right.
just taking a course. It's like, oh, I think maybe if I add this, then I can like slightly change the trajectory of the work that I'm doing, like if
Right.
I add the skill of UX, then maybe I can level up or I
That's
can like
right.
slightly pivot and shift to go
That's
to our
right.
topic. But you know what I mean? Like it's in the name of getting yourself going in a slightly different direction or maybe even a totally different direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. But what I do know is that all that I have within me right now is good enough. I'm sure
Yeah.
everything that is within you is good enough.
Yeah.
And my thing is putting my personal stamp on all the stuff that I know right now.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm going to tell you. Well, there are people who know my children have finally bought into this, and they want me to do this. They want me to move abroad
Okay, good.
and find a place in the countryside where I can raise sheep for shearing and sell the
Mhm.
wool, because that's what I've been
Cute.
talking about for years.
Oh, really?
Well,
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
yeah, I've been talking about it for over 15, almost 20 years. That's what
Mhm.
I would want to do.
Mhm.
But the research search shows that I have to have a certain amount of acreage per sheep
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's a lot,
to
but,
make it a cost effective
yeah,
endeavor.
yeah.
And the sheep that I really like are called Valage sheep. They look like Bo
Mhm.
Peep sheep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they have black um,
Mm.
knits, and they have
Mhm.
this long hair that goes over their eyes. Well,
Mhm.
their sheep, their wool, their hair is not for shearing. They
Oh,
just raise them to graze.
and do what? Oh, to eat them? They eat them?
Graze, and I don't even know these people. They come from Scotland,
Okay,
and they're cute.
Scottish people
They're
eat
just
sheep,
cute.
though.
They're just cute,
I
right?
think they're eating them. No, people aren't raising sheep because they're cute. I'm
Well,
sorry,
no,
Kathy,
no, they're
no.
cute. No, they put them in shows.
Okay, and then they eat them?
Well, they put
Okay,
big
well, see,
bells
that's
on them. They put big bells on them, and they take them to the fairs. Well,
mm-mm.
anyhow, those are the sheep that I'm talking about. I'm talking about woolly
Yeah,
sheep. Where
yeah.
you do shear them. And you probably do eat them after.
I would think so.
but but yeah, that's what I thought, and learn how to maybe dye the wool. Get into this fiber art stuff, and
Fiber art
that's
sounds nice.
I gotta take that a long time. I don't. That's that. After I started doing the research on it, I'm
Mhm.
like, no,
Okay, so that
I don't.
dream is like
I pivoted.
fading and yeah, you pivoted. And maybe you could do like a work away on a sheep farm or something for,
Maybe,
a
yeah,
month and
maybe.
get that out.
Mm,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
been to New Zealand. Let me tell you, those sheep. They're They're not that bright.
No, they're not. And they're the sheep that are, I guess, the quote unquote indigenous sheep of Portugal. They're not attractive looking. They're this funny looking sheep with really long ears, and they're kind of goofy looking.
So
So
you're going for the aesthetics of
I'm
the
going for the aesthetic. I want a
sheep
cute sheep. I want a cute one, you know.
You want an IG friendly sheep.
And then I thought maybe no, okay, maybe an alpaca. They
Mhm.
have great.
What about bees?
Well, I thought of that. Of course, I learned that one of our friends, I think Miss Alba, is doing
Alpha,
something like that,
yes.
right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
working with bees.
and
So
I have to do my research on
yeah,
that. I,
yeah,
she's probably an expert already at this point now, so maybe
yeah.
I take classes from her. You got this
Mhm.
class for me, Ava?
Right? I thought there were no more classes happening. See? See? I knew it. I
No
didn't
more.
believe it. I didn't believe it. 2 minutes later.
Yeah,
I mean,
my head is gonna be like this.
honestly, I signed up to be on the wait list for a beekeeping class in DC, and then it came up. I was like, okay, no more, because I was literally taking too many classes at the time, and so I'm on the wait list for the next one. But I probably won't do it here. I'll do it. I would like to do it somewhere, beekeeping.
Okay.
But I mean,
Well,
beekeeping, UX design, a little Reiki thrown in there. What?
well, I did finish. I did finish the class that I had wanted to finish for a long time, and that's yoga. I did that
Yeah.
last year, so that
No, that's great.
I finished that, and I'm glad that I did it with the organization that I did it with.
Yeah.
I would like another 300 hours,
Mhm.
but I can do that anytime
Yeah.
as a form of practice, just getting the credit
Yeah.
for the hours. So that's
Okay,
not
to
an
be
issue.
honest, I was looking at a course for yoga nidra.
Oh
I wanna
yeah.
do
Okay,
that. I
that's
wanna
good.
take that
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good, yeah. Come on, girl.
It's going I can't. I can't help it. I can't help it. So yeah, we like learning. We like learning.
We
We
like
like
learning.
learning and we like putting stuff into practice. And also I really like it when like I do find an intersection between the things that I'm doing and the new things that I'm learning. That's what I get
Mhm.
when I get really excited. Like, oh
Yeah.
wow, this does and this and I can combine it somehow.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we can't do it all. So you have to make a choice.
Yeah.
You have to, change the reasoning. Really, the slight, the slight adjustment in
Mm.
the reason why this would be beneficial or effective, or
Mhm.
um, yeah, we have to have
Yeah.
an answer for.
Yeah, and if like and be like at some point I have to like get practical and like, if you're doing this yoga, you have a yoga class or whatever class, you have to like let me just practice that and get really
Mhm.
good at that before I
Yeah,
add on something else. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. I had no idea. I thought I was, you know what? I'm not the only one.
The only person who can't stop taking classes, learning stuff, trying to combine stuff and like
Right. Right,
it's
right.
impossible.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
think
got
I
to
ever
finish.
will.
I've got other
Mm.
things that I've got to do, including, getting more fit for the,
Mhm.
moving forward and
Mhm.
just in general,
Mhm.
just so that I can have the endurance, the stamina,
Yeah.
um, really,
Yeah.
to do
To
it. There's
stay
nothing. I'm
healthy for
not
sure.
sick. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that is one of the goals that I've had for a while, because
Yeah.
I can, it used to be when I was at what 35, 40, I was saying, oh, I still haven't lost my last baby weight.
Mhm. Right.
I have no excuse anymore.
I know, I
you
know,
know
I know, I know.
so and it's all good.
Mhm.
I've been doing a lot of walking, and
Good.
I've pulled in the weight training, also.
Mm.
But uh, one of the things I love to do is swim, and I need a refresher on swimming. I want to be able
Mm.
to, be able to do laps easier.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, those are some of the changes that I'm going to need to do
Yeah.
toward fitness. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Groovy.
yeah,
Well,
groovy.
so yeah, we want to talk about our big pivot.
Yes, our big pivot. Go
Our
ahead.
big pivot.
Brrr.
Okay, so we have a big pivot. So Kathy and I we're organizing a retreat in Mexico City, and up until last week, I guess it was,
Yeah,
we were holding it in October of this year, and now we have pivoted, and we are offering it in April of 2024.
yeah.
So our new dates are
It is April 10th through the 16th,
yeah,
Mexico City. It is really the same retreat,
yeah,
different date.
yeah,
That's the only difference. It's the
yeah,
only change that we've made,
yeah.
and it benefits everyone really.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the reasoning was sound. It allows us to actually, I think, be present.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And not being so rushed
Mhm.
to do it. It
Yeah.
was we I think we did a great job. You did an excellent job, I'm gonna say, in organizing the method in which we started curating it,
Mhm.
very organized, and writing the content the for the retreat, the information
Yeah.
for it, and but there was a lot of it.
So
This
many
is
moving
true
parts.
curation. There's so many
Yeah.
moving parts
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
and we aren't feet on the ground in Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Not yet.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
so I think also we were like, because you had just finished one retreat and you were like getting your breath and then it was like, no, you have to like gear up for the next one. And it was feeling like, so we're bringing this idea of ease to the people who are participants who come on the retreat. And if like we're not feeling ease, if we're not feeling like smooth and easy, then like
Mhm.
the energy, like the feeling is not
Yeah,
what we want to bring.
yeah.
So yeah, we're taking a little easy and oh good. Oh, mobility issues. Okay. October due to mobility issues. Maybe April. Yeah, the April would be really be great. And if you want to talk to us about mobility issues, if you have questions, just reach out to me or Kathy, and we can talk to you
Yeah.
about any challenges you might have, and we can see if we can work with you.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think the April date in 2024 is good. It is in spring. It's the second month in spring, and the weather is going to be good. It's not going to be yet overly crowded in Mexico City, so it'll
Mhm.
be a great time. And we still have the links up for registration.
Mhm.
So nothing has changed, just the date,
Yeah,
just the date
yeah,
and the season.
yeah,
And
yeah.
speaking of which, today is the first day of fall, autumn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're
Mm.
moving. Yeah, a lot of changes going on. It was brought to my attention by someone who attended my inaugural retreat in the
Mm.
Poconos, um, that it's our anniversary today for that retreat
Okay.
a year ago. Yeah,
Mhm. Very sweet.
yeah,
So, yeah, so what are we gonna be doing on the retreat?
yeah.
We are staying in a house that's just for us. It's a traditional Mexican house in a residential neighborhood that's relatively close to it's within walking distance of more touristy areas, but it's for residential area. It's near a big park, and yeah, it's a nice um, house just for us. So we'll be doing a street food tour, and we're going to Teotihuacan, which is the pyramid, very ancient pyramids outside of the city. And we're going to have a special chef curated Sunday dinner. And what else are we doing? We're going
We
to,
have a art journaling workshop in house,
yeah,
and
yeah,
by a new Mexico City expat,
yeah, Dara, yeah.
the raw herring,
Hmm.
and we have built in time for, because it's an urban retreat and there's so much to do, we have built in time for you to decide what you want to do. So we'll have
Hmm.
a list on programming. We'll have all of the sites and tourist places that you can see,
Hmm.
or you can just explore on your own.
Yeah.
We'll have we'll go in groups. You can go alone,
Yeah.
or you can find someone
Yeah.
there at the retreat that you want to kind of hang out with. But it's
Hmm.
an urban retreat, and we plan on having yoga as well as Reiki, and journaling sessions there as well. And
Yeah.
it's a retreat really kind of curated for people who don't necessarily want to travel alone, haven't traveled alone, but if you can travel there to meet us there and retreat there in the that area,
Hmm.
um, it'll be a good way for you to meet people, but also be in a huge, big city, beautiful
Yes.
city,
Yeah.
to see all that Mexico City has to offer.
Yeah, Mexico City is amazing. If you haven't been there, it has the most museums of any city in the world. It's got incredible food. And it's got this weird sort of combination of like super busy, lots of people, but also this calm feeling, little grounded, calm feeling,
Mhm.
which I think we really like about the city is like you can be really grounded and calm, um, and yet doing all the things,
Mhm.
like not all the things, but doing things in the city, and yet it's calm. It's a really interesting
Yeah.
feeling to be there.
And who
um
knows, by the time April comes along, there may be, I don't know, some festival. There's always something going on.
yeah,
So
yeah, we'll keep an eye out, and we're going to have like Zoom calls with participants so we can talk about logistics, and we can meet each other and just get to know each other beforehand, and we will help you with logistical questions that you have in order to get you there and get around the city and all of the things.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's and one of the reasons we're calling it a retreat, because usually a retreat is not necessarily quote unquote a vacation. It's there for you to come and explore something on your own and get in touch with yourself also.
Mhm.
So and be in an environment with like-minded people. So
Mhm.
that's the hope also,
Yeah.
is to get to open up and meet new people in a new place,
Yeah.
or revisit a
Mhm.
place that you haven't
Yeah.
been before.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
not,
and
yeah.
right. And the house has we have a couple of singles, and we have uh also shared, what are they called? Double
Double
occupancy
occupancy.
bedrooms too. And there are also spaces where you can just hang out and chill, living room, patio, courtyard. Yeah, just places where you can just
Right.
read, take a nap, have
Yeah,
some coffee,
that's
tea.
right. We'll have
Yeah.
someone in-house preparing breakfast
Mhm.
most of the mornings, the majority of
Mhm.
the mornings.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a happy hour. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we
then,
haven't planned that yet, but I have some
yeah,
ideas about
yeah,
that one.
okay,
Yeah, we're shifting. I have some
yeah,
ideas. We're
yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
it's still going to happen. It's just a different date, same retreat. And it is called Relax, Connect, and Explore. And all of those things are what we hope that, the participants, you will be able to do when you get to Mexico City.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
So
Yeah.
that's it.
I think it's good.
Yeah. And so we end up pivoting, and it's all good, and it's going to happen. Just like all the other things that
Yeah.
we like to do will happen.
Yeah.
It's just
I
going to
know this
take time.
this
It's
patience
be
thing.
patient. Yeah, it's just about being patient about it. Sounds great. I'm glad, Allison. I hope that you
Yeah.
can sign up.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
there's no way you can go to Rebloom Room.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Is
Yeah.
this it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it is.
Check her out. All right.
Ta-da.
Go there.
Yeah. 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 Or even if you just go to Rebloom Room, there's a link on the
Right.
homepage too if you
Yeah,
don't
you can
feel
go to
like going all the way
Rebloom
around.
Room
Yeah.
and sign up
Yeah.
right there, and or wellsideretreats.care. And I don't have my my thing,
Yeah.
but yeah,
We'll add it to the
yeah,
description.
no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's
That's
it.
our big pivot. Pivot.
Yeah,
Pivot.
yeah.
Pivot.
When I think of pivot, I just I love the movement of pivoting.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
you put one foot down and then you turn
yeah.
your body with the other all the way around.
Mm.
I just think
Like
that,
tango.
yeah,
Mm.
just being able to move, continue to move,
Yes.
even if the slightest movement,
Yeah.
um, just as long as you keep moving,
Hmm.
keep moving, keep doing, keep growing. Yeah. Hey, Coach Donna. Want to
Hey,
talk
Coach
about
Donna.
nuggets you have for? We're talking about pivoting, Coach Donna. So
Yeah, we got nuggets.
we
We
got
got
that's our
nuggets.
nugget, Coach Donna. We're pivoting on the date of our retreat.
Hmm.
It was scheduled October 18th.
Something. Yeah. I can't
And it
remember.
is now going to be April 10th through 16th
Yeah.
of 2024.
Yeah.
So that's the nugget, the big nugget.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about, being patient with ourselves,
Yeah.
kind of monitoring ourselves for, uh, you know, doing too much.
Yeah. And giving yourself grace when you're at a crossroads and you don't know,
Mhm.
which direction to go. And
Yeah,
that's, both of us are kind of at this stage of like,
yeah,
okay, there's a big change coming.
yeah,
Try not to push it so hard and try not to like, yeah, you just have to be patient. It's really hard.
yeah,
It's so hard. I've become more patient because I've had to be, because
yeah,
you spin your wheels. You're like, if you're going the wrong direction and you keep just like blah, 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 and you're like, why did I do that? That was a waste of time and
waste of
energy.
time.
Go back to where
Yeah,
you started and
that's
go the right direction. So
that's
maybe
right.
just pause and pivot, and
Oh,
then
it's a pivot.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's just the slightest thing,
Mm-hmm.
will make such a difference. I really believe that it does. And that's how I have learned that, for me, I had to learn patience. I had to, as I said, pray for patience. But what came about is I had to, that's kind of like forgive myself, and
Mm-hmm.
realize that if I keep doing these same things, these you know impulsive moves, I'm not doing anything but hurting myself. And as I got older, I can't hurt anybody else through my actions. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's saying, I'm all about the
Have about
pivot. Bring
pivot.
it on. I understand. Okay.
Thank you.
Glad you're giving
Yes.
grace to yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it'll pay off for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was, Kat said the word of the day last week when I contacted her. I said, I put this place and put this in place and we're gonna do this. She said, The word for the day is pivot. I said, yes,
Yep.
it
Yep.
is.
It
It
is.
is. And it's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I use that word on Journal with Me because,
Good. Good.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's a good thing when,
Yeah.
and it takes, an awareness of oneself to be able to say, I gotta make a change.
Yes, something's got to change.
Something gotta change.
Not quite working. Not quite. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all
All right. It's getting
good.
dark over here.
Yeah, it is dark out there. And what time is it? Is it cold in your area? Is it cold?
Have I left the house today? No, I have not. It's been raining. So, every time I thought I would leave the house, it started raining really hard. So I haven't even been outside. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't go out. I was supposed to, but when I woke up, the trees were bending too low.
I know.
So I decided
Yeah.
I was going to stay
Tomorrow.
in.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
really didn't
Tomorrow.
have to go. I was going to go
Yeah.
out just to take my walk. And I made
Yeah.
myself just walk around my apartment to get my steps in. See my what?
Oh, wow. You really did. Oh, wow. Okay. Good for you. You're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
okay, yeah. If you all know, we have an Exodus sister Kia reruns, Kia Wilson, who
Okay.
is a nurse and a health practitioner, and
Yeah.
she's helping some of us get our health game on, and
Oh,
we are
really?
walking. And I had one watch, and then I had to
Mhm.
get another one because my
Oh, I have to go.
so
I have to start
yeah, I wear
wearing
this
one.
thing. I got to get my
Okay.
steps in, and I look at it,
Okay.
and it makes you aware that you have been sitting too long.
That's
So
true.
I get up. Yeah,
All right. I'm going to start wearing mine again. I put it down. It's
yeah.
like,
Get my
yeah.
Fitbit.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and yeah. So come on,
Smart.
y'all. You don't have to just pivot. You can walk.
Yes. Walk through it. Walk through the changes.
Walk through the
Walk through the
change.
changes.
Yeah.
Oy. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So,
right.
Kathy, stay
Yeah.
online. We're gonna shut this down, but I want you to stay on because I want to get Kia's information because I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna get some of that good Fitbit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
need it.
Kia just left today.
Oh, is she going
Kia's
to?
getting ready to walk the Camino.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Kia's gonna
Okay.
walk the Camino.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Great.
So, but you'll get her information.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I'll stay
All
online.
right. Okay.
All right,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Much love to you.
Thanks for watching. Bye.